All right, we're about to start day 17 of a 28-day solo session of Magic Realm with the Amazon. The last 2 days of days 15 and 16 that I recorded in the last video just kind of reminds me again why this really is my favorite game, even after 40 years, and why it still surprises me and amuses me with the stories it tells. For the first 2 weeks of this playthrough, the first 14 days, I did not have much to show for my efforts. I had discovered where uh, four of the dwellings are, and I knew where the fifth one was. The chapel is right here. I haven't visited it yet. I don't know where the small campfire is, and to be honest, at this point, I really don't care to go find it. The only thing I had killed at that point after 2 weeks was the ghosts, and I had only found one treasure site, which I couldn't open and was guarded by a monster I couldn't kill. But at least I had hopes that I could use the food and ale and the escort party missions to become the preeminent tour guide of the Magic Realm and collect some money to buy a better weapon. Until I realized at the end of week one that I had forgot to flip the mission chits, so the missions I wanted to pick up are no longer available right now. So I had to change my plans. My plans was to go up here and get the 7 League boots from the patrol, who are friendly to me. And I did pick them up, which is good because they give me an extra move phase and tremendous strength for moving, so I can carry the heaviest items. And now I can open this vault when I go back. So my plan was to maybe do a little more exploring for treasure sites and see what I could find. And then I got into a drunken argument on night 15 with the wood folk who were here. I guess it was an argument over what weapons were better, bows or short sword. And as you can see by the fact that I'm here and the wood folk are gone, I guess short swords won that fight. It did leave me wounded and tired, but I'm alive. I had also found the dragon essence in the pile of loot that the wood folk dropped. By the way, I got a kick out of it. The soldiers just watched us fight. We're placing bets on it, and the patrol the next day said to me, maybe that wouldn't have been such a violent confrontation if you hadn't been so speciest about it and kept calling them elves in the last video, because not all wood folk are elves and not all elves are wood folk. Maybe they took some offense to that, but they won't be around to tell me why now. Anyway, dragon essence is there. I picked it up out of their loot, but I sold it right away because I didn't want to take the minus 10 fame hit. And after getting 24 notoriety for killing 3 archers, I didn't need the notoriety. It is a great treasure. So the Amazon now has dreams with her extra move phases of being able to take some time to try to loot through here to get a bow, because with a bow she actually could kill this tremendous troll, because she has a skill that she hasn't been able to use yet, aim, where she subtracts 1 from all missile die rolls, which you use when you're aiming with the bow. So we have 3 bows here and 1 treasure that they dropped. The medium bow is second in the pile, which means it's more likely I'm going to pick up a light bow, but I think it's worth it. So now her new plans are get a bow, go start trying to pick off some tremendous monsters with the bow from hiding, one-shotting them, and getting some fame that way, and then maybe have enough to get the fame price for the dragon essence so she can pick it up and meet her great treasure requirement, which she needs one. So that's the plan right now. What the Amazon is going to do on day 17. So keep in mind with the 7 league boots and her stamina, she has 2 extra move phases every turn in addition to her regular 4. So what she's going to do is, on this turn, she's going to do 2 loots to rifle through the elves' treasures and weapons to see if she can get anything. Then she's going to do 2 hides, and then she's going to use her 2 extra bonus move phases to move up into the mountain clearing in the crag, hopefully hidden, and see what's there. So that is the recorded move we're going to do for day 17 is loot, loot, hide, hide, move, move. So we're going to move to day 17. The monster roll is 3 and 6. And she flips up. And she's going to do two loot rolls first. Right now there's 4 things there. 3 weapons and treasure, with the treasure being the 4th thing. And she gets a 5, so her first loot phase gets her nothing. And her second loot phase gets her nothing. But we may try this on the way back. Her first hide phase works. So she's going to hide. And then she's going to move up here with her 2 bonus move phases. And at the end of the day, we'll see what's here. Dank M. And, ooh, the Lost Castle. So, it's a very profitable place up here. Maybe. So we've got Slither 3. I can't believe this. Patter 2. Patter 5. Flutter 1. And Howl 4. Do you believe it? There's not one. I don't believe it. There's not one treasure site there. So what is it going to summon? Probably some stuff. All right, so the first thing is the sound chits always summon first. So we have the Dank Mountain Chit would be a monster roll of 5 with summon spiders. That's not there. I've got to keep track of what I got here. I got 1 flutter, 1 howl, flutter, howl, slither, and 2 patters. Oh, man. It's everything. All right, so the flutter is going to summon a giant bat. And I think these actually go in order. So the first one is going to be Flutter 1, summons 1 giant bat. And the next one would be Patter. Patter would be spiders. They're not going to show up. The next one is going to be Slither and clearing 3. That is monster roll of 1 and 2. So nothing shows up with that. And then Howl is more giant bats. So 2 giant bats are going to show up here. And then finally, patter is spiders. And we know spiders aren't going to be there. So all I did was find a place of bats and spiders. So at least I know I'm not going to waste any time. And I mean, there's got to be some treasure sites somewhere in these other tiles. That's 5 that are gone right now. So, all right, day 18. What are we going to do? I think we're going to use 1 extra move phase, go back to the house. We're going to spend 2 more loots. Then we're going to go to clearing 2 where we won't be bothered. No, I think we're just going to use 1 extra move phase to go back to the house. We're going to do 4 loots. And then use the last extra move phase to move to Bad Valley 2, where we'll be safe and we don't have to worry about hiding or anything because no one will get summoned there. So, day 18, the plan is to move 4 loots and move. So she becomes unhidden and moves here. And that's the last time I'm going to be in the crags. Now we're going to roll some loot rolls. So I'm going to get the other treasure, which is number 4 in this stack. And that is the Withered Claw. So the Withered Claw is a potion you can roll, and you get a wish, and you get a curse. The wish can be really good. One of the most common wish is strength, where your next fight chit is considered tremendous strength and doesn't have any sharpness stars, so it pretty much will kill anything. But then you have to take the curse. So I think I'm going to hang on to this as well. And since the vault is so close to the chapel, I think I'll wait and use it maybe when I go down there. It'd be nice to get tremendous strength and kill that troll, even if I don't pick up a bow. Hopefully that would happen. All right, I still have 3 more loot rolls to go, and I'm hoping for one where 2 is the highest. We'll see. 1, nothing. That is perfect. That is perfect. Because that is going to get me the medium bow. So when that bow is alerted, it does medium, heavy, tremendous damage, heavy damage against armored creatures, depending on also what you roll on the missile table here. So, and her roll is not to roll 1 die like the wood folk, but her is to subtract 1 from every dice roll. So there's a decent chance she could get a really good hit, because if she got like increase 1 level, that would be medium, heavy, tremendous, and an extra level to account for armor, so she could kill tremendous armored things if she increases this 1 level, and it's ready. And it also has a speed of 1, so she can undercut anything she's hitting or shooting at. So that is exactly, I'm not even gonna, well, I suppose I should roll the last loot roll. And I get nothing. And then finally she moves to Bad Valley 2. As my board starts to come apart as I try to record. All right, so what is her strategy going to be now? I think what her strategy is going to be is to go check out what's in the cliff. And now that she has a medium bow, she is got and 2 extra move phases every turn. She is going to start resting up and getting her fight chits back. So she's in better shape. So I think what her plan this turn is to use her 2 extra moves to go to the Ruins 5 and Ruins 3, and then go to the large campfire and clearing 2 in Pine Woods. So that would be 2 extra moves plus 2 regular moves, and then she's going to do 2 rests. Right, two extra moves, 2 regular moves, and she doesn't have to hide because anything that would show up there would only show up at the large campfire and only if she was in that clearing, and she's not going to be. So day 19, 4 moves and 2 rests. So we're going to go here, day 19, and for completeness sake, the monster roll is 3 and 5. She's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she is going to take this 1 asterisk back here, and she's gonna rest 1 of her wounded chits, and since these don't have any asterisks, they come right back into play. So now she has 2 asterisks and a wounded chit. The next turn, I think she is going to do another rest, 3 hides, and then move into Cliff 2. So we're just going to poke our head in the cliff and see if it's worth being there. So she's going to do 1 more rest, 3 hides, and a move. So she's got 4 regular phases, and she's only going to use 1 of her 2 bonus phases. So that's going to be day 20. She's going to the monster roll, which will have more of an import this time, is, of course, 6. And then when I wish for strength and I want a 6, I'll probably roll double 1s, but that's how it goes in the Magic Realm. All right, she's going to do her 1 rest. So she's going to take this non-wounded or non-asterisk chit back. Then she is going to do 3 hides, 1 failure, and a success. And then she's going to move into the cliff and see what's there. It's a treasure site. So we have Smoke M and the pool at the top of the mountain. And the pool, of course, has our octopus, which will arrive because of the monster roll being 3. So the octopus shows up here. And Smoke M is if there was a roll, the 2 flying dragons would show up. The pool. Right, the pool has 9 treasures, but you have to fatigue an asterisk every time you draw from the treasure pile. And she has to take care of that octopus, but at least the octopus is not armored. So I think what she is going to do is I look for my monster chart here is that the octopus is not armored. It is tremendous. With her bow, she can actually undercut the octopus if she's hidden. But if she attacks and gets a bad roll and misses, then she will not be able to run away from the octopus, and she'd have to fight it. So I'm debating whether I want to go there or that's an interesting, you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. That's 8 fame and 8 notoriety for the octopus plus 9 treasures. And we don't have much going on in this game, so I think we're going to do that. So we're going to do 2 hides, a bonus move to clearing 3, and then we're going to do 2 searches to see if we can find the secret passage up to the pool. So we're already up to day 21, and the thing is going to be hide, move, search. And the monster roll for this turn is and of course the octopus is not prowling today, but finally the dragons are prowling today. But first we have to resolve, since this is day 21, the monster roll of 1 and 2, we have to look for any things in 1 or 2 that are out on the map and return them. And what that means is the 2 serpents out here are going to come back. And unfortunately for me, the wood folks' cousins are coming back. The wood folk regenerate, but they don't get their weapons back or their treasures, which I took them all anyway. So, all right, so she flips up. This is going to be the first hide roll that works. Then she's going to move here. And we're going to roll we're looking for passages, so we're going to roll on the locate table. All right, so I guess I'm going to find that. passage at the cliff. And now 2 flying dragons are going to show up. So we are hidden. So on this side they only do light damage, but they start on their light side up. I think we are going to fight them. My dice tower collapsed on me. Always something, right? All right, we're going to fight these dragons. Now, keep in mind, they don't know she's here yet. She's hidden, so they don't know. So she's going to get 1 free attack. But on the first round of combat, she's not going to attack. What she's going to do is play a fight chit to alert her bow during the encounter step. And since, I'm sorry, there's actually no monsters on her sheet yet because the encounter step comes before she selects targets to attack. So there's no monsters on her sheet. So she can alert her bow during the encounter step with any fight chit. So she can use this fight N5 and flip this bow up during the first round of combat. That's 1 round of combat where nothing got killed, nothing was injured, and no asterisks were fatigued. So now we're going into the second round of combat. She's going to attack this dragon. She's going to use her alerted bow, and she's going to use her fight N4 chit. It is not attacking her, so she doesn't have to play a maneuver chit yet. And this monster has a move time of 4, but when the bow is alerted, unlike when she was fighting with a sword, where it was always her move chit that determined the time, this is determined by the time on her weapon. So she's going to hit this and undercut it. So this is a sure hit on this dragon. The problem is she doesn't know how much damage it's going to do. She's going to need, this is a heavy flying dragon. So she's going to need heavy, she's going to need the medium, heavy, tremendous damage, because the armor is going to subtract 1 from tremendous down to heavy, and then that will be enough for her to kill it. So what she needs is to roll on the missile table. Which is, of course, on the flip side of the monsters. She's going to roll on the missile table. And remember, she subtracts 1 from both of these both of these dice. But before we do that, we have to see if the monster changes positions. Box 1, and I rolled a 3. It goes to box 2. It doesn't matter really because her bow is still faster than it's moving. And now we're going to roll to see if it flips over. It does flip over. This is okay for her because on this side it does light damage. Even if it could attack her, it does light damage. And her 1 speed on her bow will still undercut this dragon. So now we have to roll on the missile table. And what we're hoping for is no higher than 4. That's perfect. Because with her aim, this becomes a 3 and a 1. And a 3 means no change, which means medium, heavy. Subtract a star for the armor, but this is only a heavy dragon, so this dragon is dead. Now, she becomes unhidden. Her bow becomes unalerted. She only spent 1 asterisk. So she doesn't have to fatigue anything. Something died, so combat continues. Now the next dragon comes out. She's going to attack that. It knows she's there. It's going to attack her. So during her encounter step, she does have a fight N3. That will use all her 2 asterisks allotted for this round. But that's okay, really. We're going to do that during the encounter step. So she can play a fight chip that's faster than the speed of the monster on her sheet. So she can use that in the encounter step to alert her bow again. But now she spent both asterisks. But again, this doesn't really matter. She's going to use the fight N5. It doesn't really matter again because it's going to be the speed of her bow that determines the speed of this attack. And she will play, she's going to put out her damage breastplate and her damage helmet and her damage shield. And we'll just leave them there since it doesn't really matter. And this one, if it hits, will destroy her armor. But since this is not the first round of combat, it is speed of attack, not length, attack length. So she would, if she kills this, her hope is that she's going to kill this dragon before it kills her. So we'll see how that works out. That would be sweet. So first we're going to roll to see if it changes box repositions. And box 1 moves to box, when it's in box 1 and I rolled a 4, it stays in that spot, which is great because now she's going to, well, she was going to hit it anyway because she was going to undercut it. And we're going to roll to see if it changes tactics. It does not. It stays this way. Oh, she should have played a maneuver chit. I would have played the, sorry. I would have played the maneuver chit in the same direction that I was aiming, as I said for a previous video. That way, if you hit them, if they hit you, you hit them at the same time. But she was going to hit them anyway because she undercut the dragon. This 1 on her bow is faster than the 4 on his attack, so she's going to resolve her attack first, and hopefully when we roll on this missile table, things will not go bad for us. And how I keep missing a... So again, this is a 3. That's going to get reduced to a 2, increase 1 level. She's going to kill both of these dragons. So she did not fatigue any chits in this fight. You can see why she's going to take back all her armors. You can see why an Amazon with the bow, this becomes unalerted because she hit. And you can see why an Amazon with a bow is going to be a real... I'm sorry. She played the fight N3. She played the 2 asterisks to alert her bow. So she does have to fatigue an asterisk. And it has to be a fight asterisk. So we're going to fatigue one of these fight 4s. And we're going to get... for killing 2 heavy flying dragons, we're going to get 5 fame for the first one, 10 for the second. So she's going to get 15 fame and 15 notoriety. So let's find her sheet and mark that all down. So on day 21, she got 15 fame, and she got 15 notoriety, which puts her up to 45, and still has 9 gold. All right, we're closing in. I think we're going to stay here on this final week. Let me put her back in her clearing. So she knows how to get up to the treasure site, and she's going to try to take on that octopus. That's what we're going to do. Take on an octopus. That's when we come back for week 4. We're going to try and loot that pool. So that's going to be the plan when we come back. Thanks.